First moto vlog. This is not a moto vlog. It's gonna shake a lot. It does shake a lot. Well, the roads are pretty bad. First car vlog of 2018. This is more of a small update on what's going on, how I've been doing, and showing off my new Carvlog setup. 2018 is starting to be a weird year for my car because we're only like in the second or third week of January, and up until now my car has decided not to start once or twice. Yeah. And the driver's side door doesn't lock and unlock anymore. Or the electric lock. Like, I don't know if you can hear it. That's only the passenger side that moves. And I just hope it's because of the cold. Because since the like second week of December, like the temperatures have been really low here in Quebec. Like since December, like I said, the average has been what, minus 25, minus 30. So it's quite cold. Every day it's cold. Like today it's like minus 28, plus humidity and wind and all that kind of stuff. So it's no bueno, man. It's no bueno. So my car is having a hard time. It's having a hard time. It can do it pretty well actually compared to other cars. It's just this kind of cold takes a toll on the car battery and starter and everything. And this is when living and working and having everything so close to me is a drawback. It's working against me. Because when you start a car at minus 30, 40, it takes a whole lot load on a battery to start it. We're gonna drive around with the heater full on, the rear defroster on, and it's always dark, so lights on, radio on. So a lot of electronic demand on the battery and alternator. And the rear defroster is by far the biggest draw of electricity on an alternator because it's on a battery, excuse me, because it's almost wired directly to it to have enough power to melt snow and ice in the back. So there has been 2 times that I've taken my car, I have a rough time starting, but it did start. But I live 5 minutes away from where I work, so go to work with everything on, like I just said. I know I'm dumb, I should have done it. And turn the car off, and 8 hours later I go back in my car to go back home, and it's minus 42 that day. That didn't start, and of course it didn't because the battery was charged but not enough for something that hard of a start. So I had to boost it to get it started, and after that I went back home and turned it off again. But then I had at my place I have a battery charger, so the next day I took the battery charger and put it on charge for like 5 hours, to warm up and wake up the battery and put some charge back in, and ever since it has started every single time. But today the driver's side lock doesn't work. Like, I never have passengers, so why the driver's side? Why not passenger side? And it's not just the door is iced up, it's jammed. No, because with the switch I can lock and unlock and it works fine. So it's really the door lock electric motor that's either burned down, it's worn out, or my theory, I hope I'm right, is that a little bit like the the windows, you know, they go up down a little bit to protect the seals. And during winter, when they're too iced up, there's a safety breaker that disengage and it just doesn't work anymore, and you need to reset it. So I hope there's a safety mechanism like this for the door locks to like prevent bad stuff from happening to your motor. Like if you decide to unlock and it never is unlocked because it's frozen, it's just gonna keep on trying until it burns itself out. So maybe there's a safety over there that disengages the motor when it does. So I hope it's that. So I'm gonna try, like tomorrow it's supposed to be way more hot. It's gonna be like -8, -10 compared to today that's -28. So we're gonna see. I hope it's that, because before I get in the car, I decided to do a little test, and I took my key, my car key, my physical car key, and tried to put it in the lock outside, and I couldn't make it 1/8 of an inch in because it's full of ice. And on the FRS, the door lock motor is on the lock outside and not on the handle inside. It's on that it's right on the key barrel outside. So you know, if it's frozen, it's not gonna turn. So that's my theory on this. I hope I'm right. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take this door panel apart and do a few tests. And we're in the dead of winter, so it is not something that I'm like really like. I don't want to do it right now. I don't have a garage, I don't have nothing, so I'm not gonna like freeze my fingers off for this. But then again, I want to lock and unlock my doors because I'm paranoid about getting my car stolen. That is the update on the FRS. Except that, not a whole lot. You know, it's the dead of winter for a gearhead like me, like you, like us. It's pretty much a downtime of the year, and this year has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. The winter has been really harsh. Like one of the hardest winter we haven't seen in something like 20 years. I'm not messing around here. Like last year and the year before and the year before, we had snow and deep cold like this, -40, but more like in the end of January. So pretty much halfway of the winter was done by then. Otherwise it was pretty sweet. But this year, like December came in and storms, winter storms, one after another after another. There has been time where we had a big storm and the next day we had another one and another one and another one, and we barely have 1 day or two between storms. And I'm talking storms like 40 centimeters, 35 centimeters of snow. It's like I told earlier, it's really cold. So that's a really hard mix, because we have a shitload of snow like you can see on the sides. We have a lot of snow and it doesn't melt. We have to bank it even further on the properties, and just, and this year there's been more cold, like I said, and wind has been killing us. Like 2 weeks ago, when on New Year's, no, the weekend after New Year or before, I'm not really sure. There was so much wind and a little bit of snow. Not a whole lot of snow, like 5 to 10 centimeters. It's not a whole lot, but when you have like 75 kilometers hour wind, it looks worse, and it is, because visibility is none. On that Friday, there was that big snowstorm with a lot of wind. I was on the road and I was leaving Montreal to come back to the South Shore here, and in Montreal it wasn't that bad. It was like 5 centimeters, not that bad for me. I'm used to way worse. But at the second that I got on the South Shore, it was like totally different. It was like the North Pole times 10. Okay, I may be exaggerating a little bit here, but you get my idea where I'm coming from. Like, I was in my hometown, driving my own town, that I know these streets by heart, like the back of my hand. And it's one of those rare times that I can say that while driving my car, I was genuinely scared. I was scared to drive. Like, there was a point where I couldn't see my hood. It was like my windshield and all of my windows were tinted white. I couldn't see outside, and I had the wiper going full on and the blower motor on the windshield to help it, and it was like there was nothing. So that was scary. That's the kind of winter we've had so far, so it's hard. I can't wait for summer to come back and take my bike out, take my motorcycle out, and mod the FRS a little bit, because if you follow my this channel a little bit, you know I have coilovers, and I think I found the proper set of wheels that I want. I'm not gonna run exactly what I would have loved, because price, but that's pretty much it. That's all about money, you know. That's all there is to the cause, it's money. So yeah, I think I found my wheels. They're gonna be okay, I'm so sorry about the pronunciation right here. They're gonna be Enki. Yeah, I think that's the name. They're gonna be the model, I don't remember the name. They're round. But the important part is they're not super expensive, they're lightweight, they're durable, and they're not exactly in the specs that I wanted, because I want to run 245 tires on all corner to keep my speedometer really like by the book. Because for that I would have needed a like 8.5 inch or 9 inch wide rim, and for the specs that I was looking for, the 5x100, 18 inches, 9 inch wide, there are almost none existent, under like $700 per wheel. So I'm gonna run like 225s instead. The reading's gonna be a little bit off, but I think on the long term it's gonna be as good, because 245 wide tires on the FRS may be overkill for it. Like it has no power, no torque, so I don't need that much tire on it. So with 225, I hope the FRS is gonna keep its playful nature a little bit, like, you know, skate around. So because I'm only going from 215 to 225, so it's not that much of a step up. So it's not that bad. And they look half decent, really. Like, you know me a little bit. For me, function is over form. But for wheels, like, you need a little bit of form. You need something that looks somewhat good, and you're gonna like the looks of it. And I think they look okay, especially on the FRS, because at the price point that I'm looking for wheels, a lot of things that I had was like reps or cheap or worst. Well, see ya. Chop chop. Chop chop. Oh no. Do I really need to find a way to end the videos and say except bye bye? I don't know.